So my girlfriend got me this for Christmas, and she's like, "I wanted to get you a silly animal." I forgot my headphones are on. I was looking for my headphones. I can't feel my.
Yeah, it's all right, dude.
But she's like, "I wanted to get you a panda hat or a beanie because I know you like both." So I saw this on Etsy, so I picked this up, and then she hadn't seen me put it on. I put it on. I looked myself in the mirror. I just said, what you gave me is just a penis on my head, right?" And I walk around the corner, and she's like, "What? That's not what it didn't look like that in the picture."
Like, did you like turn your head too? And it's like, 100%. No, look at it.
Yeah, no, it's literally it's a small penis. Look at
let the record
that's
show
how big it is.
Let the record show that the dicks never look like they do in the pics.
That's true.
And this is no exception.
They definitely know how to take their dick pics with the proper angle.
You got catfished. It looks like
you got catfished.
Yeah.
My panda. You can look at the eyes. You know it's up to no good.
Yeah, those eyes look like they have seen things.
Like a giant penis on.
Like when I go to the zoo, if I don't see a panda like this, I'm gonna be upset.
If you see a panda like that, you better start running.
Yeah.
Unless you're ready for mating season, buddy.
Right? Yeah.
Who isn't ready for that?
That's true.
I mean, you got to keep the population going.
I mean, look at that, man. That's got to be like. What do you think,
dude? Like
4 inches in diameter.
Bro, 4 inches in diameter.
And Valentine's Day is coming up.
That's definitely gonna have to load up on the lube.
Valentine's Day is 1 month after this episode will go up.
You think if I just did this on the corner, everyone would come my way? But let me see that panda.
Yeah,
I'd be like,
especially if you had the lube in hand, you know.
You need to wear that to pool one night. Like you want to start doing distraction tactics.
That's right.
You come with that and just start doing one of these while making direct eye contact.
And then you gotta like tilt the head too, because it gets even more intimidating when you like yeah.
Just do that.
Yeah, they come up to you and they're like, "Yo!"
Everyone's gonna be so excited. They're like, they're gonna come, come, brother.
Oh, that's how we get kicked out.
Give it a pat.
That's gonna be way worse than the guy doing drugs in the bathroom.
Oh, that's true. Oh.
Okay, story time. What is this?
The drugs in the bathroom guy?
Yeah.
Oh, I can speed run that story. So we were at pool one night, and I think Anthony went to pee.
It was me. I was involved in the story.
Yeah.
So there's 3 of us playing some Cutthroat, and then I had to go to the restroom. And I've been going back to drinks. It was a dry night, so it wasn't really that festive. But I had to go to the restroom, and then I just see 3 dudes surround one guy in the bathroom, and I'm just like, I can hear what's going on as well. I'm peeing, so I'm hearing. I'm like, "Dope, we know you're doing it." "Oh, I ain't doing nothing." "We know you're in here doing drugs, so you can leave, or we can force you to leave, or we can 2 ways. You're gonna end up out here anyways. We're gonna drag your ass, or you can just walk out on your own. So." You can leave right now, no problem. Come back tomorrow. Don't do drugs again. It will be okay. But you gotta go because you ain't staying here. Again, you can walk on your own, or we can drag your ass out. Just do it the easy way, they said.
Yeah. And meanwhile, Anthony's just trying to pee while not hitting his head on the overhang.
Oh my god. Yes. I've hit my head on the overhang twice in one night too.
Yeah, it's a death trap.
It is. It's right there. And then boom.
Yeah,
fuck. There's like some guy saw me.
Why would they build
it's for your drink. So you can put your drink there.
But that still seems too low.
But all people do is
at least put it like up here. I don't know.
Well, Anthony's like 7'3", so
5'10", but
yeah, like I said, 7'4".
Same thing.
It sounds like you're selling yourself short.
Hey,
you son of a bitch. Cue the music.
I'm gonna go on a different podcast.
You can't start the one we talked about earlier. Not yet.
Hey, you know what? On that note, welcome to the Bants episode 6. The dicks never look like they do in the pics. There we go. I should do this actually. Welcome to the Bants episode 6.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh, goes out to that special somebody
People
out there.
know, hey, by the way, Orange Crush.
What you got there?
I got the. Remember when we talked about Orange Crush in the first episode?
Fuck yeah!
I saw it. I'm like, I gotta get some.
Is on sale.
And it's delicious.
Coca-Cola.
Yeah, Coca-Cola.
White gummy bear.
I have whatever is in here.
It's vodka.
No, it's
Dr. Nolan's special tonic.
In remembrance of Abe.
Yeah, Dr.
Perfectly
Nolan's
alive and well.
In here.
Dr. Nolan's special tonic.
Yes,
it's just really sour water, you know.
We thank Abe for filling in. Mr. Brian is back. He left us for death, but now he's returned. I
have returned from the Dune Sea.
Apparently,
I was being digested alive by the Sarlacc pit.
As you can see in the intro of this episode, Devin, put the clip in at the start.
Devin, show them all.
Also, we can mention that now we have this cool thing where it says all of our names down here, and there's a thing that says to Bants. Thanks to our intern Devin, he's a great kid, fantastic kid. If you're a single 19-year-old young lady looking for a man, you know, we know the man for you. His name's Devin, and he's our intern. Unless he's not looking for a relationship, I'm putting him out there. I guess though.
That's true. You have to be more of the Midwest area, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if he's up for the long distance though. You can't be in Florida, I don't think.
I mean, if you're from Florida, he probably doesn't want to.
Actually, he might want to go there.
Florida girls,
sun, beaches.
No, Florida. Floridians are built different. Hey, if you got, remember, everyone listening right now, go to Google, type in Florida man and your birthday, and you'll get a great story.
Oh, what?
Yep. And be very entertaining.
Yeah.
What is that about?
Oh, if you've never done this, it's so fun.
Try it out.
Yeah.
Bro, I stopped falling for shit.
Live on air. Try it out.
I'll do mine right now.
You can do yours?
Yeah, I'll do mine right now also. All right.
What is it again?
Florida man. Let's see.
Florida man and then your birthday.
Florida man attacked sister and bit a cop after someone touched his cigar. It's different like every time you do it is the thing that's crazy. There's always a new one.
Do you spell out your month or just the numbers?
Yeah, I typed in like February 4th. You can do it either way. I think. I've always typed in February
Florida man,
4th.
70 slams child because playground was too noisy.
See, it's so fun. There's even a playground.
Mine is Florida man who attacked McDonald's worker over straw, sentenced to jail.
Over straw of all the things.
Here's mine. Florida man steals alligator from golf course. Tries teaching it a lesson by throwing it on roof of bar.
That is Florida right there.
What? Yeah, Florida in that show, 100%.
This is Chubbs. That alligator that got trained. I gotta say it.
Good old Florida.
Yeah, so everyone listening.
I have one more thing that you can Google, although I don't recommend anyone show it. Chocolate starfish.
Oh, hold on.
That's an old one. That's a classic.
If it's not followed by hot dog flavor water, I want nothing to do with that.
Hey, that's a true throwback.
Blue waffles too.
No, stop.
Yeah,
hey, don't do blue waffle. Do not do blue waffle. Don't do it. Do not do it. Bants does not encourage. I knew someone was going to say it too. The second.
Oh my god, I got bamboozled twice in my life.
If you're listening right now, go to Google, type your birthday and Florida man, and leave a comment with yours down below.
There you go.
I like that.
That's actually post what your Florida man.
Always good for a laugh.
Another fun one is typing your name into Urban Dictionary.
Yes.
Oh. You know what?
Zeke's was epic.
I haven't done that one.
Oh, this isn't yours.
Yeah, mine. I remember mine. Mine was so short and sweet.
It was 2 sentences long. But that's
like
all I need.
Everyone had all these like crazy long paragraphs. Mine is just like 2 sentences. It's like mine was like Timothy, filled with confidence, has a huge penis.
That's it.
Mine is pretty similar. The sexiest man alive.
Ooh,
is one of them.
We got the sexiest man alive.
Guys I know.
And the coolest guy I know. This all seems accurate, honestly.
We're all gonna whip him out again.
You already whipped out the panda penis.
Oh, geez. I got quite the paragraph on mine.
Yeah, see, that's normally what happens.
What everyone ascertains to become perfection incarnate, a god among men. What the fuck is this?
Dang, no one's actually built different.
Hold on.
Yeah, what is this, dude?
Apparently, mine has changed from the last time we talked.
Did they change? Oh wait, this is exciting.
Oh no, hold on.
All right, well, while you guys are doing that, I'll give you guys some time. So mine is one of the best guys you'll ever meet. He's the biggest dork with the biggest heart, and no matter what kind of mood or funk you're in, you're always manages to lift you out of it just with his presence. Brian is easily the type of guy that you could see yourself spending the rest of your life with. He's loyal, sweet, hardworking, and kind beyond all measures. Brian is an irreplaceable individual who makes more of an impact on people's lives than he knows of. If you have a Brian in your life, give him the absolute world because he deserves that and more. Aww.
That's why he's on our podcast.
Look at that.
That's why he's on our podcast. Yeah, mine changed too. Mine took quite the turn, to be honest. Mine is now, this man is the greatest man any girl could ever ask for. If you're with him, you will never be unhappy. He will do anything and everything just to make you happy. He will be faithful and loyal to you, because if he says he loves you, he really means it. I love you. Tim is the best man in the entire world, and I could not ask for anyone better. He will love you like his mother, respect you like his daughter, and care for you like his brother. That's true.
That's pretty good.
That's good.
I am a huge fucking simp.
Simp.
All right. So
wait, is that word banned on YouTube or only Twitch? You can't get me here, Chrono. Suck it.
Have we been instant banned already?
No,
we need to claim the Bants channel on Twitch.
That's true, actually. Why haven't you made that yet? Devin! Devin,
we need Devin.
Yeah, cut this part out so no one grabs it.
You could just make it after we finish recording.
Shut up. I don't like your logic. It makes too much sense.
Sorry, my bad. I apologize.
Goddamn. Why I oughta. So mine says the boy that cares about you more than himself. He will text you constantly, and it's cute because it makes you feel like someone is actually interested in you and your life. He gets uncomfortable talking about things that have hurt you in the past, like family problems, past relationships, etc. He likes to kiss you on the cheek when his mother isn't looking. and he's definitely is the cuddling type. You can lay on him on the couch for hours talking literally about nothing. You can never watch a movie with him because you end up kissing or talking the whole time. He's a weird person. He likes to make jokes around his friends, but he always comes by you and spend time with you and your friends. But you can tell he gets bored. He has such a great smile, great eyes too, great everything. You will fall in love with Anthony. I promise you that. But one thing's certain, Anthony is mine. What?
Shit.
The plot twist.
Read the name. Read who it's by. Who claims you?
Rar.
RAWR.
The first two R's are capital.
The
last one is not.
I don't know if this is you because it didn't mention a beard.
This is true.
Yeah.
Ooh, we are missing the beard.
Or the dance moves. I do like. I will say, what was it? He'll kiss you on the cheek when his mother isn't looking. That is a great line.
That is.
Like that's what I'm gonna when I'm wingmanning for someone next time. I'd be like, this guy right here is gonna kiss you on the cheek when your mama ain't looking.
Look
you can count on that.
Yeah, movies are just there for background. So we're kissing and we're talking, sweetie. Let's do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Hey, speaking of movies, how about Brian's hat?
My very special Star Wars hat that is completely covered in Star Wars goodness.
Brian had an adventure while he was out.
Who is that gentleman in the front? Who is
that? Is Luke Skywalker. And then we have some Imperial walkers in the background here. And then we've got Boba Fett Mandalorian logo right there, or at least part of it. And then Boba Fett himself, Book of Boba Fett, every Wednesday on Disney Plus.
Boba Fett is probably my favorite character.
Oh, so you should watch the show then. Oh, the show is really good. Have you seen any of The Mandalorian?
I've watched all of The Mandalorian. It was awesome.
Oh yes, it continues right from there. I mean, none of the Mandalorian characters are in it though, except Boba, and I'm forgetting her name. The actress's name is Ming-Na Wen, but I'm forgetting her character's name.
You can remember that name, but not the character's name.
I guess not. I don't know. However, we have Han and Leia on this side, and then we have Lando and Rancor and R2 right there. Rancor is kind of hard to see.
This is such a freaking awesome hat.
And then we have Wedge in his X-Wing flying there. So yeah, I love this hat. So I got it at a art museum in the state that I'm from, and they had the costume exhibit there, and I have a whole bunch of pictures from it. I took pictures of every single thing that was there because it was an exhibit that was all about the costumes from the show and the costumes that managed to survive. And it was just incredible to see that stuff in person. And being able to see, like, they had a bunch of the lightsaber hilts that they used for the stunts, and you could really look at them up close, and they had a bunch of scratches on them. And then they actually had the Yoda puppet from Empire Strikes Back. And then they had both Boba Fett and Jango Fett's costumes. They had a whole line of Stormtrooper costumes, whole line of Rebel costumes. They even had, at the time, there was only Force Awakens and Rogue One for the newer Disney ones. So they had some costumes from Force Awakens. They didn't have any from Rogue One because I think they were still shooting at the time. But so it was cool seeing some of those costumes too, especially the First Order Stormtrooper costumes. I don't know why, but I really like what the First Order Stormtroopers look like.
Were they the legit costumes, like from the set?
Oh, they were actual costumes, yes.
They were used in filming and stuff?
On screen, yeah.
That's good.
On-screen costumes and on-screen props. Like, they had a bunch of the, like, blasters, and, like, they had Han's blaster and several of Luke's blasters. They had Obi-Wan's robes, new and old Obi-Wan robes. I mean, they had a whole bunch of the concept art, too.
I love concept art. I think it's they had.
Yeah, they had in the room, there was like a big room, and it was kind of circular. And in the center of it was Boba and Jango, and they were back to back. But then surrounding it in the walls was all the concept art that they did for the original trilogy, and then some of the newer stuff as well. And then the big draw of it was, since it was costumes, was all of Queen Amidala's costumes from the prequels. And because those are just so beautifully made dresses, and seeing them in person and realizing Natalie Portman is very, very tiny, because I mean, I think she's only like 4'2", 4'3", something like that, because those dresses were tiny.
Wait, she's not that short?
Yeah, she's really
was like
short.
5
that short.
I think so. I don't know, but those dresses were pretty small. But they were very elegant and
5'3", sir. Give her that.
Well, sorry, I'm sorry. But anyway, they had those dresses there, and they were very cool. Yeah, so I loved that exhibit. It was incredible. I loved every second of it.
So when did this exhibit visit your town? What year was this?
If it was before Rogue One came out.
I'm thinking 2016.
It was 2016, yeah.
Boom.
Yep.
Gotcha.
Yep. And that's where I got this hat. I got a few other things. I got some figures and
You
stuff,
said you took pictures?
I did.
Everything?
Mm-hmm.
If I was museum security, I would have stopped you and said, sir.
No, pictures were 100% okay.
Well, no, I would have been like,
that wasn't because Anthony wasn't security.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I would have said, delete these pictures, and you said no, and I would have hit you with a baton.
Anthony would have came up with his onesie.
I would hit you with my baton saying, if you post these, no one will come see these in person.
I imagine Anthony rolling around like Paul Blart on a Segway.
In the singlet?
While he's in the singlet.
Yeah.
I call it a onesie.
It's a singlet, yeah. Either one of the way, yeah. Either one is cool. But yeah, I roll up in Segway and just hop off it while it's running and go, what are you doing here? Whoa! Who are you causing all this ruckus? And you try to get by me. I was try like I'm gonna wrestle you, but I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Like shimmy, make sure I stay between you and the door.
Just grab one of the lightsabers and just start fighting you with it.
Yeah. Impromptu lightsaber battle.
Yep.
How long was it the big building? Multiple stories?
No, it was only one.
How long did it take to get through the whole thing?
Well, for me,
I mean, I know you saw everything about 15 minutes apiece.
so
He's dissecting it.
Yeah.
Oh no, I was looking at every little thing, reading everything, and just trying to soak it all in. And I remember, I think it took me about 2 hours to get through it because my wife, she was very nice and would stick with me because we went with a couple other friends, and they didn't really look at everything as in depth as we did. So they were like way far ahead of us because they just moved on because I was taking forever. Because I was studying those things, especially the props.
I would be the same way.
Yeah, because it was just cool seeing all the marks on the hilts.
Yeah,
and everything.
Like it's like a once in a lifetime thing. It's like who knows if you're gonna get to see it again.
Exactly, and that's why I tried to soak it in because I'm like, this stuff is normally just locked away in a warehouse and for nobody to see it. And so it was cool to see it because I don't think it's been on tour since. Which sucks because now we have all the movies out now, and it'd be cool. Yeah, so it'd be cool to see some of those costumes from the newer ones.
Anthony's guarding the warehouse in his onesie with the Segway.
I'm just
baton.
Yeah, I'm just doing circles around
the
square building. Just.
I mean, who wouldn't want to see the Baby Yoda puppet in person?
Oh God.
Yeah.
People would die. It would be too cute.
It's just too damn cute. They did too good on that puppet.
They bring Baby Yoda. I need a bigger team to protect it.
Yeah. You'd need an army at that point,
right? At least 6 people, 6 others. I watch out for that guy. I know he's going to try something.
We got
our daughter's going to steal it for sure.
I see Brian walk by. I'm like, with the baton in my hand, just my hands on.
Oh, that is quite the hand motion there.
What?
Photoshop the panda.
Sir, I'm just protecting
and serving.
Protecting and
he's serving, yes. All right.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
But all right.
So the Star Wars adventure of being.
Yeah, you were talking about you saw a lot of
Brian.
Yes.
Stuff, right?
So
Marathon?
both me and my wife got really sick. And so we were both making the jokes that it's like, oh, we're not going anywhere anytime soon for at least a few days. So why don't we just pick something that we've seen 100 times over and that we're okay with, kind of zoning out to. And so we decided on just going through all the Star Wars movies in chronological order, which was a lot of fun because I haven't done that since episode 9 dropped.
I haven't done it since last week. It was great.
Yeah. Well, the way 9 ended, I just was very disappointed in the sequels as a whole. And but yeah, we decided that we'd go through them all. So it was 1, 2.
Episode 9. Sorry.
Yeah, same. Yep. With which one is it again?
So all right,
with the titty milking,
no, that is Last Jedi. That's
I'll give you a milk of some sort.
So what number is that one?
8. That is the one with the titty milk.
Okay. Yeah.
That horrible scene, and the way that he looks at Rey while drinking it too. I don't know why they decided to do that.
Yeah, I kind of. I'll try to follow along. Once it hit that, I was like, okay.
So yeah, there's episode 1, 2, and 3, which are the prequels, and then you have Solo, and then there's Rogue One, and then you have 4, 5, 6, and then 7, 8, 9. So that's the chronological way of watching the movies. And then after we finished the movies, we decided to go through all the Mandalorian as well. And we did that in like a day and a half. We just back-to-back Mandalorian, all leading up to Book of Boba Fett. And but it was really interesting watching primarily the sequels back-to-back. Just because they don't flow well as a trilogy. So you have the prequels that are made in the early 2000s with very early CGI. some of that stuff really sticks out, especially like there's some scenes of Jar Jar that you can tell like, oh, am I just watching a video game at this point? And watching the behind the scenes of the prequels is fascinating because pretty much all three of those movies were filmed in green screens. And the actors even reported that the reason why some of their acting seems a little stiff because they had nothing to act on or off. Because like with the original trilogy, you had the Yoda puppet sitting there. So you were Mark Hamill was able to, talk to the puppet. But then with the prequels, you didn't have that. And what's really funny is listeners at home, you guys should look up the pre-production Jar Jar pictures of what he looked like while they were filming. And so it's the actor that voiced him, and he has this big rig on his like neck that looks like a big neck brace, and then there's like a really like paper mache Jar Jar head on top of it, and then it's like the rest of his body is like in Green Man suit. It's wild, and for him to sit in a room like that and try and be serious with all the other actors, I mean, good on them for keeping serious, because I mean he just looks ridiculous.
That is true innovation.
Yeah, and then they're just surrounded in green, so it's not like there's even a whole lot of like even set to look at, and it shows, especially in episode 1, is where it really shows. But then you have awesome scenes like pod racing. I like episode 1. That's kind of the one that a lot of people like to kind of make fun of and stuff, which I get. It's easy to make fun of because, one, there's really funny lines in it that aren't the greatest. Obviously, people thought Kid Anakin was annoying and stupid and no one liked him. And then obviously the biggest one in the room is Jar Jar. Everybody hates Jar Jar. Yeah. I find him annoying, but I don't like, I fucking hate this character kind of thing. It's like, yeah, he's annoying, but that's his whole thing, is to just be annoying.
Yeah, it's one thing to have a character that's annoying and then a character that actually is supposed to be annoying, and you know that.
Yes,
so it works.
In a way, yeah. And so, but then you have Darth Maul. I mean, everybody loves Darth Maul.
That was my like episode 1. So you have I always forget the name of the song, but the song that plays at the end.
Duel of Fates.
Yeah, Duel of Fates. Amazing. Darth Maul.
Yeah, I love when Tobey Maguire shows up.
Darth Maul, super like 10-year-old or 9-year-old me, however old I was when I saw this. I saw the double-sided lightsaber. Oh man, I was just all kinds of excited. And then, dude, like every pod racing game I've played has been super fun. So that's 3 wins right there.
They play that?
Yeah, there's a lot of pod. I remember the best one I played was the one on N64. I don't remember what they were called, but there's a couple of them.
There's 2 of them. There's just episode 1 Racer, and then there's the sequel that I actually really liked more, called Racer Revenge. And with the sequel, you could actually purposely kill the other racers and like by bashing into them and making them explode. What? Yeah, because in the first one you could do that, but they would explode and then they would immediately respawn. But then the second one, you could actually knock out all the racers in the race and then just finish it with just you on the track.
Yeah, and then there's also like the games that are pod racing, but they're not pod racing because of copyright.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's all kinds of them. All the ones I've tried are great.
Yeah, so it has good moments. I like Qui-Gon Jinn, as I always like to joke. Qui-Gon Jinn. But he's good. And then you have young Ewan McGregor filling in for Obi-Wan, and the beginnings of Palpatine and all that stuff. So I like episode 1. It's not the greatest, but it's okay. And then the one that I think is probably the worst of the prequels by far, at least until we got the sequels, I always considered episode 2 the worst one of all 6 of them. But then we got the newer ones, and we'll get to those. But but so you had episode 2, and episode 2 was mostly boring. But I hate it.
I cannot remember anything about episode 2 other than General Grievous.
Oh, Grievous is in 3.
All right, cool. I can't remember anything about episode 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a while since I've watched all these movies. I've seen all of them, except I guess episode 9 now. But I can't really remember too much unless it's I can't remember specifics like lines and stuff,
Wait,
but I remember all the characters.
But that's where I mean, I will give it to episode 2 because that's where we got the sand line, the famous meme line of
Oh, yeah, okay, I remember. Yeah,
I hate
I
sand.
got that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Wait, does Mace Windu die in episode 2?
3
Okay. Cool.
during
Spoiler,
Order
dude,
I love-
66.
I love Mace Windu. I love
yeah.
I love Qui-Gon Jinn too. I was like so sad. I'm like, this character's so cool. And he's just in one movie and that's it.
Oh, I know. And then if you read the book for the recent canon stuff, which I could get real deep in this, but
Can we not? Can we take a moment to be? Brian's like, oh, I could get real deep. Oh.
I know he's
Context.
He's definitely having a thwopper going right now. Underneath that. Watch
Oh,
out! If you
so
hear some
excited.
thumping, it's over. Right?
I'm so excited. I get to talk about Star Wars. My favorite
I only
thing in
recently
the whole
found
world.
out that Liam Neeson. Do you play?
Yeah,
he was in the
Qui-Gon?
first one.
Liam
Qui-Gon.
Neeson was
Mhm.
Qui-Gon Jinn.
I had no idea it was him until like recently.
Yeah. And then he makes a few more like voice lines in the later ones. I hope he shows up in the Obi-Wan show because we're getting an Obi-Wan show later this year.
Only
really?
Liam had those, special set of skills during that time.
He did.
Yeah.
I mean, he was able to take on Darth Maul one-on-one for at least a little bit. So
did.
until there was Ahsoka in the Clone Wars show, but we'll get to the Clone Wars show. So
He's so dialed in. This is up his alley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
He,
right.
he is
I mean, this is
transported back to being
exactly-
10-year-old.
I mean,
This is
I
the.
can't see it too well, but I have an Imperial tattoo. There we
I
go.
was gonna say you just have to
Yeah.
turn your arm. He's so excited. His
Showing
brain
his
isn't even
armpit.
functioning. He's just
I'm
like,
too
look at my
excited.
elbow.
I'm too excited.
His brain is not out
He's
there.
really excited and he's going deep.
I mean, I have a whole wall of books and comics that are all Star Wars.
This entire episode, I'm just gonna say it now. Like, if you're not a Star Wars fan, you can probably check out because this episode is just nothing but Star Wars and sex jokes.
I won't be mad. I honestly won't be mad because
Yeah,
I'm
listeners,
having,
stick around for
the
the sex
time of my
jokes, though.
life.
And then next week we're gonna have the Spider-Man talk. So
There you go.
That's sure, yeah.
Brian,
Yep.
do you have a towel next to you? Just keep it handy.
nah.
Well, that's what extra pairs of shorts are for.
Oh, man.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we're just gonna
Yeah.
we're just gonna see like
Prefer to-
we're just gonna see his
Okay.
like this maneuver. Like, what
If
was
you
that?
had the singlet, you can keep it all contained within, Just,
That's
Yeah.
You're gonna get
I don't know
all
if you
crusty.
could contain it all though. That's
well,
the
I mean,
thing.
you would.
Well, you know.
I mean, if you just
Depends on how
tendrils
healthy
keep
you
coming
are.
out,
Tendrils.
I didn't catch that. Oh my gosh. That is man, I don't know what you got going on, Anthony.
Hmm,
He's just kissing you on the cheek while your mama's not looking.
that's right.
Dude, okay.
Just softly.
I was talking to some dude at one point and we walked outside of
Did he
work.
kiss you on
and-
the
Is she
cheek?
looking?
No, he didn't kiss on the cheek. But that would be fucking weird. Oh,
I thought that was the
touched him,
I thought that was the
When that,
transition.
hold on.
No,
So if
no.
that happens, you
I,
gotta be like, "Is your name Anthony?" What?
yeah. I went out.
My mom
I
wasn't
went outside of
looking.
work. I went outside of work with one of my coworkers, and I'm like, man, it's kind of cold outside, and he's like, it's just a little kiss on the neck. I'm like, that's such a weird way to describe the weather, dude.
described-
It's a little kiss on the neck.
What?
Yeah, just a kiss on the neck. I'm like, okay, dude. Sure. It just felt like a really weird way to describe it. It made me uncomfortable.
That is
It's like a
weird.
little kiss on the neck. Do you sound French?
Yeah, that definitely sounds
No.
French.
Little kiss on the neck.
I think that would have made me more comfortable.
I like Anthony sounded more Spanish than French.
Well,
I don't know if
hold
that's
on.
me being racist, but
Who knows, man?
That's possible. I don't do impressions well at all. I will attempt, but it's just botched every time.
The only
I
impressions
think
can
your
do is
Macho
SpongeBob.
Man sounds pretty good though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, see?
All right. And every time I do a promo to Zeke, it's always Hulk Hogan style.
it's the same promo every time.
It's just like, I change like 2 lines and then I finish with the 1, 2, 3. I mean,
Speaking of racist,
what?
Hulk Hogan.
Hold it. Oh, yeah. Like
Devin, cut that.
we'll circle back around to Brian.
Circle
and the
back
Star
around.
Wars
Do you
stuff.
know what had a lot of racists? The Star Wars universe, probably.
There is.
Was a lot of races and racism in Tatooine.
On the planet Tatooine?
Yeah. I'm assuming that's the name of the planet.
Well, I mean, it's a planet in the Outer Rim, and that's where a lot of underworld stuff happens because it's not as governed by the Republic. Or depending on what era we're talking about, then we could be talking about the Empire.
The third era.
I have a question.
The third era, the sequel trilogy?
Do you even
Yeah,
know
it's the
what
same thing.
era that is?
Anthony's just like, the third era.
You were.
Is that a good
Well,
one?
then that's when you'd get into the New Republic. And even the New Republic wasn't able to get a grasp on the Outer Rim because it was just so lawless out there.
Outer
I'm
Rim
trying
is
to trip
sick.
them up, man. Help me out. I'm trying to trip them up.
Yeah, you're not going to
This
get him.
game is too strong.
I know a few people that can get a grip on a rim.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said, Star Wars and sex jokes.
Yeah. So, now in your
I wish I
Star
had
Wars...
a segue I can circle that rim. You know.
That's the tongue.
Man,
So-
I'm trying to drink water.
So,
Oh shit.
I forgot my question. So in your saga of Star Wars things, did you play the Knights of the Old Republic games? Did that count?
Of course. I even read all the books and all the comics. What do you want to talk about?
I was just curious because I
Hit me
love
with what you got.
I love
I'm trying to
Knights
trip
of the
them
Old
up, bro.
Republic, and there's a remaster for Knights of the Old Republic coming out soon, I think.
Yes. They announced it last year at E3.
So yeah, we'll throw that in. If you're a Star Wars fan, you like RPGs, Knights of the Old Republic. The first one is really good. The second one's not as good, but still really good.
They're still great,
Yeah,
both of them.
The characters are very lovable, I will say.
Yes, completely agree with that. And then also just Darth Malik, and then you
Yeah.
get the whole thing with Darth Revan.
Yeah,
and
Darth
Revan
Malik
is
and
badass.
Darth Revan, and yeah, Darth Revan is like has become several people's favorite character in Star Wars, and yeah, he's pretty badass.
I want Disney to do the Old Republic just in general.
That would be
I mean,
sick.
right now they're doing something called the High Republic, which is 200 years.
It's the Old
before-
Republic. They're all
Republic.
smoking weed.
Yeah, are they? Yeah.
They're just like,
I mean, that is the era of peace, as they say in Star Wars. So,
Yeah.
I mean, they have the time to just sit around and talk Jedi stuff and just get really high off
How about-
spice.
or maybe I contribute. How about the MMO, the Old Republic? Because the
I
story of
only
that is
played
pretty
that.
good.
The story of that is really good. I didn't play it too much just because I'm not really an MMO kind of guy.
Yeah,
But the CG trailers that we got from those are incredible. They're great Star Wars stuff. I mean, the one with where the Sith break into the Jedi temple and there's 50 of them inside a ship, and then there's just this big like battle of running at each other, and then
Oh my
there's
gosh.
yeah.
it's
Can
so
can I
good.
just interrupt you for a second? That is a game mode on Halo Reach. Someone made that a thing.
There we go. We got
wanted to-
we got
Really?
there again.
Oh, gotta bring hate reach.
Just
in.
wanted to say that.
There we
All
go.
right, on.
That's where we'll
What
have to
mode
play
was
it.
this?
Connecting the dots.
Was it just energy swords?
What? Oh yeah, it's just energy swords, and there's one. There's only one Sith guy or whatever with an energy sword, and the rest. No, I'm sorry. I don't know. Everybody has swords, and then there's one Sith, and he goes around. He's a little bit stronger than the Jedi. He tries to kill them, and as he kills them, they turn into stormtroopers. And they get plasma rifles.
That's pretty cool.
Interesting. Yeah,
That's a
little variation on infection.
another game.
Right.
Is Star Wars Jedi Academy had a mode that was like dual King of the Hill. So you just play like
Yes.
lightsabers only with force powers, and it's just like you'd have like 10 or
Whoa.
however many people in the lobby, and just winner stays on, and you just keep going. And that
Sounds
is
pretty fun.
mad. That game is so far ahead of its time. It has the best lightsaber combat in any game still.
Oh, it's so
insane.
good.
And it came out in like 2004 or something.
And you could play as a stormtrooper wielding a lightsaber.
Yeah, you could be any character
Mon
you want. It was
Mothma.
great. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, the lightsaber and force combat in Jedi Academy is still by far the best in any game. And it's
And you can
kind of-
actually cut limbs off in that
yeah,
too.
yeah, it's like it's insane. It's like how has it been? What has it been? It's been 18 years now, and we still like nothing has even come close to how good the lightsaber combat is in that game.
I would say the closest one would maybe be the Force Unleashed games.
Yeah, Force Unleashed games are very fun.
Those are very fun.
One of my favorite Star Wars game was on the 64.
I think it's going to be the same one. Shadows
Shadows
of
of
the
the
Empire. Yes.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah.
I had no idea what I was doing, but like I remember like one of the first 2 levels or something like that, you had to take down the
You had to
Dash
take,
Walker?
Rendar on
Yeah.
Hoth.
you had to take down the
Yeah.
AT-AT on the first mission.
the
Yeah.
I got
AT-AT.
you.
I
Don't
think
worry.
I think I remember every single mission in that game still, because that was like one of my older brothers got it, and like because I was playing this when I was like 7 years old, so you'd have to like tell me what to do, and it would take me forever. But the first time I like beat the game, I was the happiest little boy, and then I would just keep playing it. It was just so much fun.
Yeah, Shadows of the Empire is so good. And then also read the books and comics that go along with it too. It was a multimedia thing.
Anthony,
I'm
we can't
looking at
trip this guy up.
I'm looking at screenshots. Hold on, I got an idea. I'm looking at screenshots and like
And
the shoulder protection or whatever they're wearing or their upper body. It looks bulky and shit.
yeah.
They look like they're they're NFL players with pads on. It looks like what's it called? NFL 2K in 2001 or something. That's how bulky
It's
they
like
look.
NFL Blitz. Yeah, I watched a speed run for it recently. I'm like, this game looks like shit.
Right?
Oh yeah, it did not age very well at all.
Right. Like we say, we can't go back to old games. It just ruins that's why you got to play everything retro.
Hey, it was still magical.
But talking about big, big shoulders and big things, one of my favorite versions of Darth Vader is when he has the big ass head helmet, the biggest version I've ever seen. He was
dudes, join the Empire. It's cool. That
Yes.
thing? Yeah, the Star Tours thing.
No.
Oh, do you even know what I'm talking about?
I'm trying to trip you up with the fucking Spaceballs. I'm
Yeah.
trying to hit you with
Oh yeah,
Spaceballs.
Darth helmet.
Darth
Yeah.
helmet. Yeah,
Yeah.
son of a bitch.
Yeah, you're definitely not gonna get on Spaceballs.
I want a Spaceballs too. The quest for more money.
Yeah,
That'd be cool. Weren't they in talks about it?
It would just
There's always something, always a rumor.
I think so. I know they did a cartoon on
Mm-hmm.
Spaceballs like years ago. And I think it only got like through half a season before it got canceled.
Who could reprise the role that John Candy played? Who could take his spot?
that's
number 2.
Anthony.
Or do you
Jack
have
Black.
like
Put in Anthony? Oh, Jack Black. That's a good call.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
He could be Barf.
Yeah,
Well, it can be maybe his younger brother, and Barf is like got him. He's retired, and his younger brother's taking over.
I like that.
That's
Like
not
that?
bad, right?
Yeah, just
His
as long
name
as
is
we get
Barf.
more
What-
Spaceballs.
What his name could he be? I like when I say throw up. I like to use the word Ralph. So he could be Ralph.
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 There it is. Look at this.
There it
We're
is.
already writing Spaceballs
Right?
too.
God damn it!
Yeah.
we're already all of the ideas are already stolen.
100%.
Don't forget to bait the Bants Twitch channel, Anthony.
All right, I will.
More pizza.
I
Hut.
said don't forget to do it, and you said I will.
It's gonna be one of the other. You know.
I'll leave a note. Here we go.
Yeah.
There we go. Just a helpful note.
I'll put that right there.
Yeah, there we go. Don't forget.
No, I won't. I mean, I have a horrible memory, but I feel like we have many days.
Many
Before this
days
comes out.
ahead of us.
Many days. Hopefully, there's many days.
I would say we have about 3,
About 3 days. Okay. All right. Cool.
Fair enough.
and then This is gonna come
I
out.
do
and
this, but I feel like
This is gonna come out, and I'm gonna be like 30,000 feet in the air. Speaking of Star
Right.
Wars, hey,
That's exciting. So we have episode 2, if we want to go back to the movie talk. And the reason why episode 2 isn't the greatest is because it's just a lot slower. And there's a lot of emphasis on the whole Padme and Anakin love relationship. And it's very cheesy, and they don't have the greatest chemistry with each other. And it really shows. But I hate it because it also made my favorite thing in the Star Wars universe, or the first appearance of it, which was the clones. I absolutely love clone troopers. I love their whole thing. And then the Clone Wars show, the animated show, which I highly recommend. You get a lot of characterization of the clones, and it makes Order 66 even more tragic when you get to that point.
I've heard that show is like really, really, really good.
Really good. I will definitely say though, the first 2 seasons pretty rough to get through.
I was gonna say, because I feel like when I first heard about it, like people were like, it's kind of whatever, and then like I heard people talk about like a few years later, like, dude, it's so good.
Oh yeah, especially with the last season that they did, because it actually got, when Disney bought out Lucasfilm, they actually canceled Clone Wars for a while. And so we never got to finish. It never finished. But then recently with Disney Plus, they went back and gave it one more season to finish it. And those last few episodes that are in there are, I mean, honestly, almost better than some of the movies. Certainly better than some of the movies, because they do the Siege of Mandalore, which is a big thing in the Mandalorian show. Because when they talk about how they, lost their homeworld and stuff, and it's because the Republic took over. And so you get to see that, and then you also get Darth Maul back, because he survived being cut in half.
Of course.
And yeah, and then he starts trying to take over like the Mandalorians and stuff, and then he gets his own underground thing, which then leads into Solo. And then you also get a beautiful stuff with Ahsoka, who is Anakin's apprentice, and she's a great character. She's probably one of the best in the whole series, honestly, just because of the growth that she had. Because in the first one, or the first couple seasons, she's just an obnoxious little kid, but it works. But then you actually see her grow up and age, and then at some point, I mean, I guess a little bit of spoilers, but she ends up moving on from the Jedi Order because she just couldn't. There's things with that I don't want to fully give away, but we get to see that progression. And then she shows up in live action form in Mandalorian, and now she's going to be getting her own show, which I'm hoping is going to continue Rebels, because there's a Rebels show, and that never got finished either. And so I'm wondering if maybe the Ahsoka show will finally finish Rebels, which would be really cool to see that happen. So yeah, going back to episode 2, again, not the greatest, but we have the Geonosian arena battle, which is really cool. We get to see like 200 Jedi going up against all those droids, and then the Geonosian bugs, and then Jango getting his head cut off by Mace Windu.
Yeah, I remember that. That's what happened, because I'm like, man, I remember something sick happened.
Mm-hmm.
That was the
and
one.
Then you get Count Dooku and Yoda fighting, which is a really fun scene. Yoda jumping around doing a bunch of twirls and stuff. So
yeah,
it was great. And then I remember as a kid in the theater seeing it, everybody cheering in the theater when Yoda shows up for the fight with Dooku. And
yeah,
That's awesome.
So, because I mean, it was
That
the first time
bastard.
we see it, because it was the first time we got to see him do anything like that.
I like how he
And
walks in and he's all like old.
I know he's got his cane, and
yeah.
And then all of a sudden he's just fucking destroying things.
because he's
Like,
got the
wow.
Force.
Game
is
time,
right.
bitch.
Yeah.
Right.
So then we get to the best of the prequels, which is Revenge of the Sith, episode 3. Very good. Same thing though. Some of the dialogue's a little rough, but I mean, you get that with the whole prequels as a whole. And so, with that, but I liked Revenge of the Sith because of the kind of darker tone that it had. I mean, I know we all like our edgy stuff, but it was nice for it to
Kept Devil May
actually
Cry play.
do. Yeah, but it was actually done right, because I mean, the Order 66 scene is tragic, with watching the Jedis get shot in the back with the clones, and then also knowing the deepest lore stuff like I do, and knowing some of the relationships that those clones had with the Jedi. It's tragic because they didn't have a choice. Because there was an inhibitor chip that was placed in the back of their neck, like right about here. And so when Palpatine says Order 66, it basically is like a Manchurian candidate thing and just activates them. And they're just like, all right, we got to do it. And they show that in the Clone Wars show too, because there's like probably the most popular clone is Captain Rex, who's like Anakin's personal clone.
Well, boy, does he
And
rack, you know?
oh yeah. and
And his homie
but, like,
Captain Erec.
yeah.
Which is what Brian is. That's
Yeah.
his nickname, Captain Erect. Right now.
Captain Erec.
But they show him like pointing his gun at Ahsoka, and he's like, I don't want to do this, but I can't help it, and I don't know why, but I have to kill you because you're a Jedi. And so seeing that stuff with Order 66 is just tragic, but also kind of cool to see, because obviously we have the original trilogy that talked a whole lot about it, but we never got to see that until the prequels came out. And then of course there's the cringy no thing with Vader. And then Palpatine's whole thing when they Windu, and the other Jedi, which I could name every single one of them, but I won't. They go try and arrest Palpatine, and he does the no, I am the Senate, and then the whole lightning thing and all that, and it's just cheesy. And then Mace Windu goes out, and I love Mace Windu, and they definitely did not do enough with him. I felt like they should have done more with him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite characters, and just it was like, really, that's it.
Yeah, that's all we get.
Yeah,
but it's the tradition of Star Wars of like a really, really cool character that does almost nothing.
Yeah,
in the movies.
Yeah, because
I mean, look at Boba Fett. You got Mace Windu. You got General Grievous.
Going back to Jedi Academy, I always played with the purple lightsaber just because of Mace Windu.
Yep, purple lightsaber or the orange one. I always like the orange lightsaber.
The orange one is sick too.
Yeah,
that was the Old Republic character. I had to make a Zabrak because of Darth Maul, and I had to use an orange lightsaber.
I love it. I love it.
A little side tangent, still sticking on Star Wars. Has anybody seen the fan film, Darth Maul Apprentice? It's on YouTube.
I feel like Anthony's just been sitting here like, I'm gonna fucking find something this guy hasn't seen. I got that.
No, I've never seen it, but like, we brought up Darth Maul. You mentioned Darth Maul, so I was like, I'm not very into Star Wars a whole lot, but I saw that and I just appreciated just like the work that went into it. It's so much CGI and all the things that went behind it to make that. And it's a beautiful 20-minute piece or 17 minutes. I have it.
That's
up on YouTube.
The great thing about Star Wars. It's like if you want to know more about something, you can literally go to YouTube and someone will have a huge video about it.
That's true.
Which you should do after you finish watching this episode. Don't leave yet.
Yes, definitely. Because there's a shit ton of extra media when it comes to Star Wars. And I think that's why I love it so much. Because, I mean, there's just the amount of things. And you like a specific character. Well, there's all this other extra stuff on top of it and that you can look into. And it's just endless. But going back to the fan film thing, there's that's a fun rabbit hole to go down, is finding another one of my favorites was this is old YouTube, but they did a Cops parody, but it was Stormtroopers on Tatooine.
God.
It was great.
That sounds hilarious.
Funny. Yeah. I mean, it's old YouTube, but it's really funny because they try to arrest some Jawas for drugs and stuff.
I think old YouTube makes it even better, honestly.
It does, because it has that old crappy 720p quality to it, and then they interview them and stuff, and it's great. So yeah, that I highly recommend. And then there's a really good one, fan one, about what if the Vader Obi-Wan fight in Episode 4 was done today, knowing what we with the prequels and everything, because obviously prequels weren't made yet, and so you build up Obi-Wan and Anakin's relationship with that, and then you watch Episode 4 and they're just kind of lightly swinging lightsabers at each other, but then this fan film actually makes their fight way more intense and then edits in parts from Anakin and Obi-Wan's duel in Episode 3, and it just makes it way more emotional that way. So I'm hoping we'll get a little bit of that in the Kenobi show, because Hayden Christensen's also coming back. And so they're hinting that they might actually meet each other again, which is going to be super interesting. And I'm very, very excited for Kenobi. Supposedly in May.
Okay, I was going to say, when does it drop?
Read
my mind.
Yeah, supposedly in May. We don't know the time period quite yet. We just know it's between 3 and 4, but we don't know how many exact years is in that. So
I will say, on the topic of Episode 3, my one problem with Episode 3, some of those fight scenes just need to end. I was getting exhausted. I'm like, all right, we're still flipping and dipping.
Yeah, they love choreography.
It was can we just tone it down a little bit, guys? But yeah, the darker tones and stuff was so cool, especially because I saw that. I think I saw that right after I finished playing Knights of the Old Republic. So it was a cool thing to go into after playing Knights of the Old Republic. But I also think it kind of made my view of it worse, because Knights of the Old Republic story is really fucking good.
Yeah, definitely.
And then so let's see, Episode 3 was kind of but After I saw it the second time, I think I enjoyed it more. But the first time, I was just like, is this gonna end? Like, is this purgatory? Am I just gonna watch these two dudes just flip around swinging lightsabers?
Oh, see, I loved every second of it. I wanted more.
Which
So-
I have no right to talk because I'm like, I love Lord of the Rings of the movies. Like, I'm trying to sit here for 3.5 hours. Let's watch the whole Lord of the Rings trilogy in one go, fellas.
Oh, me and my wife did that one time with the special editions, and it felt like we were watching a series.
It did last a while. At least the thing that's nice if you do that is it's like after you get through the Fellowship, you're kind of smooth sailing because Two Towers and Return of the King are both like very intense most of the time.
Mhm.
Fellowship is very slow, and I'm like, if you don't fall asleep during Fellowship, you can probably survive.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely like Fellowship, but for me, the special edition of Two Towers can be a little kind of dragging a little bit. Because I'm like, just get to the good stuff. I want to see the battle.
Just get to Helm's Deep already.
Just give me to the action.
Yeah.
So how long did it take you to complete watching the whole chronological order? 2 days? Did you have to do 2 sittings?
Yeah, because since we both knew we didn't have work, we just stayed up really late. So yeah, it took us 2 days to get through all the movies, all 11 of them. I tried to talk her into doing the Clone Wars show, but she didn't want to do that.
She's like, you got me for the first 11. Give me this.
I
We're
mean,
not doing Clone Wars.
she's like, I love Star Wars, but she's like, I definitely am not on your level. And I'm like, all right, that's fine.
And then Brian,
it's rare.
Brian tears off his shirt. He's like, get on my level.
I mean, there's 7 seasons of the Clone Wars show, and then there's also 4 seasons of the Rebels show. So there's that, and then there's also the old Clone Wars show that came out during the time when the movies were coming out. They were like these little micro episodes that are badass. Look those up; those are so good. There's an entire sequence of
This
Mace
is not
Windu.
him slamming his hand. That's not. His hand. That thumping is not his hand.
I was gonna say, you know exactly what this thumping you're hearing right now is.
Yes.
You see that movement on the camera?
The camera did move. It shifted.
What I was gonna say is that there's an entire like 4 or 5 minute sequence without any dialogue of Mace Windu taking on an entire droid army without his lightsaber, and it is some of the coolest things I've ever seen. There's also a whole little mini episode of clone commandos, just going through a city and just wrecking stuff and doing like military signals and stuff. And then there's
it's blasting Fortunate Son by CCR.
Pretty much. Might as well. And then there's also another one with Grievous taking on 5 Jedi by himself, and it's really good. So check out those old Clone Wars cartoons. They're made by the same people who did Samurai Jack.
Oh, so shit.
It's that same
already
art
got
style. Yeah.
Anthony, what is
No, I'm about to thump.
what is going on in your mic?
What? It's shaking.
There's some like weird blue.
Oh, it's the reflection of his monitor. Oh, it's the
Oh, it's
reflection of Brian's
reflection.
shirt in the webcam in
Okay,
his
dude, I was
microphone.
tripping out looking at that. I'm like, what the fuck is
Yeah,
that?
we should address that. Nolan's going down hard.
Yeah,
Nolan
out
tried
of the way.
something. This is part.
I'm dying a little.
Nolan's drug of the day.
What's going on, Nolan? Yeah.
Yeah, what's going on?
What's got you so blue?
How's my Dr.
Oh.
Nolan doing?
Dr. Nolan tried something.
Doctor needs
And
a
it sounds like it's
He's
not
a
going to be
doctor now.
recommended.
I love that he self experiments on,
So what I did was I took this new thing that got delivered to my house yesterday or the day before, I don't really know. And it's called Melanotan. It's a peptide, and it comes in a really, really small vial. Let me go get it.
Resident Evil-esque vial.
Oh no, he has the T virus.
It's the T virus.
It's
He's
possible.
going to turn into Albert Wesker.
No.
So it's a very, very, very tiny
Oh no.
That's a T
That
virus.
vial.
What?
I feel
Yeah,
like
that
you're
is
supposed to
totally
take
T
just a drop.
virus.
Yes.
That's-
Well, I did.
Do you stick a needle in that? Because that looks like one of those bottles that you would do that with.
Yes.
Oh,
so you take the cap
shit.
off, but yes.
Are you
So,
sure you're not taking the T virus?
And this is a peptide, you say?
He's got turned into
Yeah.
Nemesis.
This is a peptide. It's called melanotan, and
Isn't peptides like all the rage right now? Peptides and collagen?
yeah. Well, so copper peptides are in collagen, and so people take copper peptides for. I actually ordered that as well. That was in the order. I don't have it on me right now, but that's a more forceful way of getting your hair growth to and avoiding gray hairs. Yes, Brian.
What is a peptide?
A peptide is basically a series of amino acids. It's I would if my research is correct, it's basically an incomplete protein.
Oh.
So it's if you were to take certain amino acids and put them in a chain, forcefully put them in a chain together, that then becomes a peptide. For example, like collagen is an incomplete protein. They call it collagen protein, but it's technically incomplete, as far as I know. Yeah. So, anyways, melanotan is a series of proteins, and it is not absorbable through the mouth, and you cannot intranasally do it either.
What's intranasally?
Basically, a nasal spray.
Okay.
So you're going in the rear.
Sell that? No.
That was my first thought because it sounded like interanally.
Yes. Interanally.
Interanally. The porn version of Intergalactic.
So you have to do either subcutaneous, which is under the skin or in your fat, or you do it intramuscularly, and subcutaneous is typically more absorbable for this peptide, for most peptides, I believe. But intramuscular works too. Anyways, I don't like stabbing my muscle, so I took a little bit of the fat in my stomach, and I swabbed it down with alcohol. I reconstituted the peptide using bacteriostatic water, which is basically just water that will not grow bacteria for at least 3 months upon opening. Or just not upon opening, but in general. And so you take gosh, I wish I had a needle on me right now, but
Gavin, put in a needle.
But you take the needle and you put it in like that little vial that I had, but it's bacteriostatic water instead. It's a bigger little thing. You take it out using the vial, and then using the needle, and then you put it in that vial, and then use a calculator to dose it out. And I took 0.5 milligrams or 500 micrograms of this melanotan. Anyways, the more interesting part of this is that it has side effects that are only supposed to last about an hour or two, and they have lasted approximately almost 6 hours now.
Oh God!
And I am.
You took triple the dose.
That makes sense.
Double. I think I took about double the dose actually, but so
the numbers say you're at triple.
Did you say? Did you say you calculated? I didn't know that TI 83 came up with the fucking peptide button.
Well, no, yeah. Depending on how much water you put in the vial, you take a certain amount of water out into the. Like an insulin syringe has like the markers on it.
Mm-hmm.
10 marks in was 500 micrograms. Anyways, so I stabbed myself with it. That was the first time I've stabbed myself with a needle. It was very weird. But
did you do it right?
The reason I did this was because it's supposed to basically give you a tan. And it's very, very interesting.
Tan you from the inside out?
Yeah, it literally tans you.
How does that work?
Out. So it increases your production of melanin. Melanin is the thing that makes people's skin darker. So it increases your production of melanin by a long shot, just a ton. And melanin, believe it or not, this is gonna sound like total bullshit, But I'm gonna say this, and you guys can look it up for yourself if you're genuinely not believing me. But you can go outside midday and do not stare at the sun. That is not what I'm saying. But stare at the blue sky, and that actually triggers melanin production in your eyes. And melanin is to some extent a performance enhancer in that sense. So you actually can go up, stare at the blue sky, and get the infrared light to hit your retina, and then your melanin production goes up. And people, there was at least one study that I know of that basically was showing improvements in reaction time as a result of higher melanin content in your retina. So this peptide can be used as a performance enhancer as well, and in that sense, more of a not performance enhancer, but nootropic type thing. So I have not noticed that yet because I am still nauseous, and that's one of the side effects. So, but hey, hopefully I'll have darker skin as a
All right.
result in about a couple weeks.
First off, I have issues. All right. First off,
Me too.
All right. I'm super white, so I feel like this is attacking me. And I heard something about reducing, like not making you not get gray hair. And as someone with a lot of gray hair, who is very Greek, I am offended by this, whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. You said peptides help with keeping your hair.
Well, the copper peptide. It's called GHK-Cu.
So that's why you're taking this?
Well, that's not the one I'm taking. I'm taking melanotan, but I do have that copper peptide, and I actually got it from my mom.
Does that work?
Yeah, it works. So,
God, I've been taking the wrong thing. This son of a bitch up here is falling off. I've been taking the wrong thing.
So collagen is absorbable, and that has at least a little bit of that GHK, copper peptide. But obviously, the more forceful way to make your hair more
I want
healthy
to force
is
it to stay for sure.
Yeah,
force it.
just
I
straight
wonder-
inject it, and that basically does every single possible good thing for your skin, your hair. Some people take colloidal copper. That's a little bit more of a easier way to avoid gray hair. There was a video of some guy actually, he started growing gray hairs in his beard, and he took colloidal copper, and then he plucked one of the hairs out, and it was black on one end, then it was gray in the middle, and then it was black again because he started taking this colloidal copper. So it was very, very interesting. It basically reversed his gray hair. So,
Brian and the
anyways,
cat
that's
are
why I
becoming
feel
too
like
powerful.
shit.
I will say, when I have smoothies, there's collagen in the smoothies, so maybe that's why my hair is so beastly.
It may be. It may be, yeah.
The gray hair, though, that's just being a sexy beast genetically.
But yeah, I mean, you guys might see a skin tone change. I'm not entirely sure.
No one's gonna show up and look like season 1 of The Simpsons next week.
or because his room's so dark, he's just gonna sit there and we're not gonna see him. Like, all right,
He's just gonna be gone.
Yeah.
Nolan,
Gonna
you
Yeah.
turn your camera on. Would you take the seat? Now, come on,
Yeah.
let's go. You'd be like, I'm here, guys.
I've been here
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, I'll darken my skin and I'll whiten my teeth, and then that's all you'll see.
Yeah. Every time he smiles.
Oh man, that's some
So
crazy shit.
That's the drug of the week. I was planning on making it
It's
something else, but
Nolan's
it's
drug
that
of the
because
week.
it made me nauseous.
And
And yeah, I feel like shit. Oh, one more thing about that. It's in men, it apparently 1 to 3 hours or 1 to 5 hours, something like that, after injection, is supposed to randomly give you erections. Now, I didn't really experience that, and I'm kind of glad because I wouldn't want it, just
just
you know,
popping.
I don't want a kickstand right now.
I didn't really experience that. Now,
In the morning, I'm used to it.
now, is it
but I don't wanna
possible? Is it possible that watching Star Wars makes you absorb this through your eyes? Because we know Brian's over there, thumping all over the field.
Yeah, Brian absorbed your erection, dude. He took it.
Like every time you see this cat's head lift up, it's not lifting up of its own volition.
Slowly raising.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And that's not even all the
Yeah.
movies I got to.
You got a third of the way through.
Yeah, we're what are we at? We're at an hour 10 right now, guys. We actually
I thought we were gonna make it 60 minutes under.
Do you guys want to talk about Solo?
Dude, I just gotta say
Star
before we
Wars
talk
story?
before we talk about anything else, I feel like I've been here for like 5 minutes.
23
And
parsecs.
and then the other oh gosh, man.
The look of disgust on his face.
No, I was with the-
One part of me feels like I've been here for 5 minutes, and the other part, the nauseous part, makes me feel like I've been here for 3 days. So I've been like half enjoying this the entire time.
I'm glad that I can get half enjoyed.
To like, and it's not because of you guys. It is just because of that stupid ass dark skin juice that I put in my stomach earlier.
the dark skin juice. Which once again, context is very important.
Oh my god.
No, that's just asking to be clipped.
That's true.
Dark skin juice. That might be.
Yeah.
I'll clip it myself. There we go.
You can
Oh
throw-
wait, that didn't work.
You can throw dark skin juice. Star Wars and dark skin juice. That's the title.
There we go. I like it.
And Orange Crush.
An orange
An
crush.
Orange Crush. Gosh, that would make me feel better right now. Orange
That's
Crush.
what I saw it. And I'm like, I need it today.
Everybody
Yeah.
needs a little orange crush in their life.
I think I'm gonna get like, I'm gonna get a soda. I'm gonna get like root beer or something in bottles because it always tastes better in
Yeah,
a
the
bottle.
the bottle with the
And
pure cane sugar.
yes, exactly. And I'm gonna get
IBC.
like 3
IBC
of
and these
those
nuts on your chin.
Oh my god, you motherfucker.
fucking- Oh, he's so happy about that.
He
one.
wasted no time jumping on that.
Yeah,
Got it.
absolutely.
I'm always on top of it. Record time, baby.
But I'm gonna get like 3 packs of glass bottle root beer, and I'm only gonna have one when we do a podcast. I think that's the ritual. You know?
Ooh, that sounds
Root
fancy.
beer for the pod.
Yeah,
I like
yeah,
this.
like I can't have it any other time. That would just ruin the magic.
Will you keep it in the bottle or will you put it over some ice in the glass?
Maybe with some ice cream.
Ooh, now we're getting frisky.
Yeah, I think it just depends on the day. But either
Ooh.
way, I wouldn't be able to have that root beer until podcast day.
If you have a suggestion for what
A
ice
little-
cream no one
little
should
sweet
put it
treat.
over, leave it in the comments down below.
All right, root beer float, regular vanilla or French vanilla?
I always end
French
up getting
vanilla.
French vanilla. I don't even know what the difference is, but I always get French vanilla.
Vanilla bean.
Vanilla bean. Okay.
Have you guys ever tried a floating mountain?
What?
I've seen those before in my dreams.
So it's my own little drink that I came up with when I was a kid.
Well, that's why no one knows about it. You son of a
The
bitch.
guy's flexing on
It's
us.
a
We
Brian
gotta,
secret.
we gotta flex on the audience.
It's one of Scully's secrets. You know? What the fuck?
Have you guys ever tried this thing that I came up with and no one else has tried? Oh, you haven't? That's so weird.
When I was
right.
10.
That's so weird.
Oh man.
But it's Mountain Dew and vanilla ice cream put together.
The floating.
Really?
mountain.
Sounds crazy, but it actually
You know,
Actually,
you know,
that might
you know what I
sound good.
made when
It-
I was
it
10
works.
years old? We combined Snapple and Pepsi and called it Snapplelepsy.
That's actually good. That's
That is
actually
really
a really
good.
name. I don't know if
That's
it
funny.
tastes good, but that's a good name.
It tasted great when we were 10. I don't know how good it tastes now.
True.
We just
I haven't
gotta
had
have a
floating
podcast.
mountain in a while.
we have to have a physical podcast, in the same spot, and we
Ice
all
cream
gotta
social
try.
Ice cream.
We all gotta
Ice cream.
we all
We
gotta
call it the
try
ice cream
each
social.
other's. We all gotta try each other's creations.
We all show up in our singlets
With our ice cream.
while we try each other's creations.
I have 2. I can lend Brian the other one.
I'm gonna show up in a lab coat and nothing else.
I have a maid outfit.
Oh.
You have a maid outfit?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's pretty kinky, dude.
Hold on.
It's very
use
kinky.
that?
That
Oh,
was-
he's gonna.
That-
he's
it,
gonna
was,
whip
Oh.
out.
it was my ex's and it's still here, so it's mine now, bitch.
Oh, I wonder what the next girl is gonna say when they see that. Just
Just
go
hang-
through. Just go through his
Right.
clothes. Hey, can you grab me a shirt? Sure. What?
What is
Right, yeah.
this?
Tim, what do you do on the weekends?
He's gonna have
Yeah.
some good ass excuse for that one. You're like, oh, I just do it.
Is
when
this
I'm
what you do
bored,
with
man."
all your extra shifts? Yeah.
Is this why you're gone for 12 hours a day?
Mm.
Is this why you're broke all the time?
Forgot I clean. Don't know where it's at.
Oh,
That'll be for next time.
Sure.
I'll just wear it
yeah.
next
Next
time.
time, yeah, I was gonna say he's
The suspense was killing us. Man.
actually. I've seen Tim. He might be able to fit into it. He's
Oh, I can fit into it, no problem. I did
Is
a
it
drunk
all-
karaoke stream and I wore it.
Did you?
Oh yeah.
Ooh.
Too bad Twitch things went down and all the clips related to Twitch things are also gone now.
Hmm.
Oh, boo.
Big boo on that one for sure.
Uh-huh.
Is it legit like French made? Like
Oh yeah, it's legit. AF.
you can role play in
That was
stuff?
remember the castle story? That's what we got when we were there.
Oh,
Oh wow.
It all
did you ever?
ties- it all
I don't
ties
think you
in.
ever said that's what you got.
No,
No.
yeah, you never said what you got.
Yeah, it was. There's the great big reveal. In case people are wondering.
Oh yeah. I mean, that definitely wasn't the point of the story, but it's good to know the
That's true.
details. You know.
That was a
Fell
much
on-
happier
You
ending
learn
to
the
the story.
lore
I must
later
say.
on.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, for sure. Because if you just leave it at the middle, everyone was probably sad and depressed leaving that episode. So,
I'm glad we got a resolution 4 episodes later.
Dry valleys.
Mm.
yeah, exactly. That's why everybody
We go
needs
f-
to keep watching.
We go from dry
Mhm.
valleys to wet maids. Everyone's a winner in the end.
There you go.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
maybe.
Timmy, how we tie this one up?
How do we tie this one up? That's easy. This episode's airing on my friend's 30th birthday party, who I will be visiting. Well, it's his 30th birthday. It's not like his party isn't a national holiday. But this episode's going to
Happy
air
birthday.
on his 30th birthday, so everyone, happy birthday, Timmy. Happy 30th.
Happy birthday.
Happy
Fucking-
birthday.
You're old like me now, bitch. Welcome to the
the
club.
30
We're
club.
old. Let's go. Old people, rise up. Fuck you, Nolan.
What?
with your good
And-
with your
and
good
I
organs.
I think we all can
Good
agree with that
organs.
one.
We
Hey
can-
man, you could have a good organ too if you didn't drown it in vodka.
Or stab yourself and get nausea.
yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's
nauseous.
true.
All right.
Yeah.
Thanks for
My
watching.
stomach is a little weak tonight.
Nolan's going down for the count, but he's a warrior. We had some great discussions about dark skin juice and Star Wars.
You know, I've
which,
been wanting to try this.
oh god.
yeah, man.
Oh, there we go. That's how we're gonna.
Hey,
end
he
this.
does
Ways
look
in.
darker. If you look, he does look a little darker.
It's definitely a
Oh,
little
yeah.
darker. Look, I can see
Look
his
at that
Adam's
little
apple popping
freckle,
off.
dude. Oh yeah.
Look at
Yeah.
that freckle. The Adam's
Oh, yeah,
apple
that
is
Ad-
going
Adam's
crazy.
apple is just, you know. Just,
In case anyone's wondering if Nolan's a human being or not, we're gonna get the conclusion of Brian's Star Wars sagas in a future episode.
It might be a trilogy.
Yeah, I was gonna say let's make it a trilogy
say,
just to make it thematic. We'll have like the whole we'll play the intro music and have like the on the last episode
Oh.
where Brian talks about Star Wars.
Yeah,
Anthony
yeah.
tried to test his
That'll be
knowledge,
good.
and Anthony learned he's a stupid bitch because Brian is all knowing of everything Star Wars related. And then him and his cat looked at the ceiling while Nolan talked about how he was dying. Yeah, we'll have the whole.
I'll get
Yeah.
you, Brian.
Or you gotta have the scrolling text like in Star Wars.
Yeah, that's what I was doing.
sure.
Doing this.
Yeah, yeah. Scrolling
Yeah,
down,
he was
dude, it's
very-
gonna be
Yeah,
so
your way
good.
was much more intelligent than mine's a typewriter. I don't know what this is. This just looks like I'm trying to pet something. I'm not sure how.
Yeah,
Oh,
All right.
Uh.
Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next week for episode 7. Remember
And
the
may the
numbers
sh-
still.
Episode 7.
You might not
Are
see
we
me,
on-
though. We'll see.
Are we on 7?
Brian really wants to get this out. Say it.
And may the Schwartz be with you.
May the Schwartz be with you. We end it. All right. What's up, fellas? How we doing?
Hold on,
Found
dude.
it.
That's like a French made teddy.
Yeah, dude. Fucking.
Oh,
Ooh,
it fits him really good.
It
sexy.
does.
Well,
Oh.
I think we get flagged.
Demonetized. Let's go.